Hey everybody, welcome back to another WV Guns and Goats video. Thanks for joining me out here at the range tonight. I have a very special pistol to show y'all. But first, I'd just like to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It helps us grow, and it shows me that people actually like me spending the time out here doing this. First off, I want to say that this is one of the most anticipated pistols from SHOT Show 2023. And if you watched any of the coverage from there, you probably saw this pistol featured a lot. This is the RIA, Rock Island Armory 5.0. Brand new. We managed to get our hands on one, and I wanted to share it with y'all tonight. So, a lot of you know from my previous videos that I'm a sucker for a nice case that comes with a firearm. This one's no exception. RIA really hit it out of the park, so good job, guys. You have a dual zippered compartment case with carry handle. Out here, you have this smaller compartment that contains your child safety lock, but you can put your hearing protection, your shot timer, your target pasters, etc. in there. And then in this bigger compartment, we've already taken the gun out so it doesn't fall out. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 compartments for magazines. The gun comes with 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 2 there, and the third one's over in the gun right now. You have this larger compartment that has the manual in it, which is very important because this gun doesn't disassemble like any other firearm on the market, and I'm going to do a disassembly video separate from this video. This is just a range shooting accuracy tabletop overview kind of video tonight. And then you have this main padded compartment. You can put the gun in there, you can put the gun in here. You didn't come here just to see the case, you came here to see the gun. So we're gonna get to that right here, right now. Here it is, everybody. The pistol you came here to see. The star of SHOT Show 2023. The Rock Island Armory 5.0. Now, there was no indication that Rock Island was gonna drop such a unique and cool pistol on us at SHOT Show. But when they did, the internet buzz just exploded. Everybody who was at SHOT Show to cover the show seemed to make a video about this gun, and when I first saw that it wasn't just another Browning tilting barrel striker fired pistol, I knew I had to have one, and I'm glad I was able to get my hands on it so I could make a video about it for all of you and add it to my own collection. Guys, we're going to take a look at it on the tabletop here, and then we're going to do a range session where we shoot it for speed and accuracy. So we're taking a look at this pistol. We're not going to get into the intricacies of the ram valve system until we do the disassembly portion of the video and look at everything inside of this gun. We're just going top to bottom, looking at the exterior. So first, we've got a Dawson fiber optic front sight. We've got an LPA adjustable rear sight. Now, the other model of this gun comes with a Seymour red dot sight from the factory. However, there's about a $400 difference. I picked this one up because it has iron sights. That red dot model does not have any iron sights, and I figured I could get this cut for whatever red dot I'd like to down the road. Next, we have front and rear cocking serrations. We have a full-length rail for any accessory you'd like to add there. We have a slide release with a very generous pad for your finger. The magazine release, let's talk about those mags real quick. I forgot to bring one out here, but they are 17-round steel magazines. And when you press that slide release, they rocket out of that gun. So mag changes should be super, super quick in competition. Next, looking at this grip module here. It is polymer and the trigger guard is made into it. If you're familiar with the Staccato 2011 Prodigies, that's how they're constructed. So this is the actual aluminum frame right here and a steel slide. Looking on the right side of the gun, there are no controls on this side of the firearm. Now, the other biggest difference on this pistol that sets it apart from any other pistol is when you pull this slide back. Nothing in the gun. Check that out. It has a square-ish bull barrel to it. Now, some people online have gone to call that a squirrel for a square barrel, but really cool and really different. You can kind of get an idea of how low the bore axis is on this firearm just by looking at it from the muzzle end. So, as I said about that slide release, super easy to hit. When you pull this back, it is very, very slick. Now, looking at the back of this gun, it might have looked like a striker fired gun, but that little silver piece, that's the hammer. This is an internal hammer fired firearm. Pull that back, you can see that fall. Now, it didn't look like it was hitting with that much force, so I did the pencil test where you stick a pencil eraser first down the barrel, and it shot that pencil out about halfway across the room. So I don't think light strikes are going to be a problem with this firearm. Looking at the grip texture here, it is super, super grippy. While not being painful, there are some guns that the stippling is so sharp, it hurts your hand. Not this one, just very nice and grippy. Got it on the back, the sides, the front. We have some serrations on the underside of the trigger guard and on the front of the trigger guard there. So let this go forwards again. All right, let's talk about that trigger. I'm gonna pull it here so y'all can see it. Back, back, back. Fire. Now I'm going to let it out so you can see and hear the reset. It is tactile and audible. Right there. Fairly short reset. However, this trigger doesn't have a wall that I can feel to it. So if I let this out the whole way, you can just kind of just pull through it. It really rolls through the release. If you're used to staging the trigger against the wall, well, this trigger is going to take some getting used to. So that's enough talking about the gun. Let's get it out on the range and see how she shoots. All right, so all the following 5-round groups will be shot at about 15 yards. Start by shooting an RIA firearm, then with their arms core ammo. Let's see how accurate it can be. So there's the 5 rounds of arms core, 115 grain, 9mm. All right, so next up we got the grind hard ammunition, 115 grain. Let's see how that does. There's the 5 rounds with the grind hard ammunition, 115 grain ammo. Next up we have Federal, 115 grain. Let's see how it does. There's our group with the Federal, 115 grain. All right, we got the CCI Blazer, 115 grain. Let's see how that does. All right, so here we go with the Blazer, 115 grain. So far, the best of the ammo types tested. Now I got some Winchester forged steel case. Let's see if it can eat that up. There's the grouping with the Winchester forged, 115 grain, steel cased. Didn't have any cycling issues. Accuracy testing here at 7 yards, and see how it groups. This is just going to be some slow fire with the CCI Blazer ammunition. Pretty good group there. It shoots super soft. As you can see from not a lot of muzzle climb, the recoil is straight back and forth. Now, when it comes to ejection, it is not a violent ejecting firearm. The cases are not thrown 15, 20 feet from you. They're just ejected out surely, but not super far from you. Very easy to recover the cases. Next, we're going to put it on the shot timer and see how fast the RIA 5.0 can be run. 1.98. 2.01. 1.85. 2 2.04. 1.86. 1.71. Uh-oh, we jammed. So what do I think about the RIA 5.0? Well, one, I think RIA really hit it out of the park with their goal to design a pistol that is low recoil, low bore axis, very flat shooting, and quick to get on target. The extremely low bore axis and light recoil of this gun allows you to quickly acquire your targets and stay right on top of them and shoot very fast with this gun, as you saw in the timed portion. Now, speaking of RIA, it's nice to see a large company standing behind a unique design. A lot of the pistols that differ from the Browning system have just kind of come and gone over the years. But to have a company like RIA stand behind it that's been out there probably about 10 years now, well, it's nice to know that you'll be able to get support for this pistol if you ever do need it. So who do I think this pistol is for? Well, competition shooters, beginner shooters who are looking for a light recoiling pistol, maybe an elderly shooter, a smaller stature shooter, or a female shooter that is also looking for the same. The competition people, I think, are really going to enjoy how fast you can shoot this pistol and how flat the recoil is. And that is attributed, one, to the low bore axis on this pistol. I don't think you can get much lower on this than the 5.0 allows. You have your guns like the Steyr series, you have the Archon and the Arsenal, and you have the CZ75s, and then you have the 5.0. And then to get, I'd say to get much lower than the 5.0, you're going to have to go to the Laugo Alien, and that's a $5,000 plus pistol. This slide, super slick. It feels like you're just moving two greased glass plates against each other. It just glides back and forth, and that's surprising for the amount of slide rail that you have there. Is due to the amount of metal to metal contact, the size of these slide rails, the gun tends to dry out as you're shooting it. So if you're going to shoot long strings of fire with this pistol, you'll want to keep some lubricant on hand. I really enjoyed shooting this pistol. I really liked how fast this pistol was able to go on the steel targets. I think that if you have a chance to pick one of these up, you'll really be surprised by it. So guys, thanks for joining me for another WV Guns and Goats video. And remember, if you're not out there having fun shooting, what are you doing?